Blizzards, avalanches, snowstorms, and freezing temperatures. Better get your coat.
It's so damn cold.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video game snow levels. For this list, we've chosen the most memorable levels or sections of games that take place in snow and ice, focusing on the Arctic elements. Since we're looking at singular levels or sections, we're excluding games that are entirely set in cold climates. So Metal Gear Solid, as fantastic as you are, you'll have to sit this one out.
What brings you to my Strumach, my mountain?
Number 10, Heart of Ice, Uncharted 2, Among Thieves.
Let's hope there's another way out of here.
High atop the Himalayan mountains rest these crumbling icy ruins. Nathan Drake is tasked by the old German explorer, Karl Schaefer, to seek out the truth of his failed expedition.
This must be them. Schaefer's expedition.
Accompanied by Tenzin, a Tibetan villager, Drake crosses the frosty caves, climbs the dangerous mountain, and maneuvers himself around ancient mechanisms.
Great, now how am I gonna get across?
Upon reaching the temple within and discovering the truth about Schaefer's dead crew, Nate and Tenzin have to fight off strange, Yeti-like snow monsters. Number 9, Battle of Hoth, Star Wars, Shadows of the Empire.
Nebo, I'm through messing around out here. Fire up the ship, I'm coming in.
Taking place on the desolate planet blanketed by ice and snow, the Battle of Hoth is a legendary scene from The Empire Strikes Back, and it's beautifully recreated here. As the mercenary Dash Rendar, you get to take part in the battle. You'll pilot a snowspeeder, taking out AT-STs and Imperial probe droids, and you'll even knock down the giant AT-ATs using tow cables. It may not seem to be as desperate and hopeless as the battle in the movie, but the authentic feel is unmistakable. Number 8, Snow Go, Crash Bandicoot 2, Cortex Strikes Back. The first of many snow-themed levels in the game, Snow Go has our favorite Bandicoot crossing icy paths and snowy terrain, all to the sound of Christmas bells. Introduced is the game's skating mechanic, used on the nitro-covered icy patches. Crash will have to fend off Arctic animals that serve as the level's obstacles, with penguins and seals plaguing the route to reach the end. Number 7, Snowhead Temple, The Legend of Zelda, Majora's Mask. The second dungeon in Majora's Mask, this temple is located on the frosty and menacing Snowhead Mountain, at the top of an ice formation guided by an invisible, giant, blizzard-blowing Goron. After you put him to sleep using a lullaby, Link must traverse through the temple fighting off Freezards and Wolfos, breaking ice pillars in order to gain entrance to the dungeon's boss, the bull-like mechanical monster, Got. Conveniently, you'll also receive the fire arrows, which make short work of your many icy obstacles. Number 6, The Throat of the World, Elder Scrolls V, Skyrim.
He lives in seclusion on the very peak of the mountain.
The highest mountain on the continent of Tamriel, the Throat of the World is a major landmark in Skyrim, with the 7,000 steps to climb in order to reach High Hrothgar. Home to the reclusive Greybeards, masters of the voice, making it to the top is a literal pilgrimage. A pilgrimage with ice wraiths and frost trolls blocking your way. But don't worry, it's worth the climb. With Aurora Borealis in the night sky and snow at its peak that's said to never melt, the Throat of the World is a chilling marvel to behold.
Dremyolok, greetings, Wundernik.
Number 5, Surface, GoldenEye 007. Set in the middle of Siberia, 007 investigates what those pesky Russians are up to. With 2 missions taking place in this sub-zero weather, you'll have to power down the communications disk, penetrate the base, disable cameras, destroy a helicopter, and steal some building plans. all while eliminating any resistance along the way. It's best to take Miss Moneypenny's advice and dress warmly, making sure to protect your extremities. Number 4. Cliffhanger, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2.
Break's over, Roach. Let's go.
As Roach, you must follow Soap McTavish up the precarious icy cliffs of Kazakhstan in order to infiltrate a Russian airbase.
Hold on! Don't let go!
Cliffhanger is appropriately named as you start off sidestepping on the narrowest of ledges, proceeding to climb up a frozen wall with ice axes. From there, you'll have to pick off soldiers as you head towards the downed American satellite, from which you must recover a module. There's no room for guns blazing here, so it's best to adapt to your environment so you can sneak around the base with ease.
Use the cover of the storm to enter the base. You'll be a ghost in this blizzard.
Number 3. Cool Cool Mountain, Super Mario 64.
Here we go!
With slippery conditions and snowy fun to be had, Cool Cool Mountain is one of the finest levels in Super Mario 64. As everyone's favorite plumber, you'll slide down an icy trail within a cottage, save a baby penguin by bringing it back to its mama, guide a snowman's body back to its head, blast off from a cannon and wall jump to a star, all while fending off Mr. Blizzards and Spindrifts. Most importantly, you'll get to race a giant penguin. Number 2. Lakeside Resort, The Last of Us.
Let's get out of here.
Playing as Ellie for a change, the Lakeside Resort offers one of the most emotional scenes in the game. Winter has come in this chapter of The Last of Us, as Ellie hunts for food in a snow-covered forest.
This won't last very long.
She eventually meets with 2 strangers who chase her down to an abandoned resort, where she's eventually captured, but escapes into a snowstorm and ends up in a restaurant. All the while, Joel is looking for his companion and eventually finds her mercilessly killing a man after she was almost raped.
Stop! Stop!
Touch me!
Before we get to our number 1, let's have a look at some honorable mentions. Number 1, Ice Cap Zone, Sonic the Hedgehog 3. What better way to start a level than with Sonic snowboarding down a mountain into these frosty, labyrinthine caverns? In this frozen region, you'll avoid ice spikes, cross snowy bridges, and ride glacial boulders as you head towards the external weather. Topping it all off, one of the best boss fights with Dr. Robotnik is the icing on this frosty cake. Oh, and the amazing music for this stage was allegedly composed by Michael Jackson, so what more do you need? Do you agree with our picks? Let us know which video game snow levels gave you the most chills, and for more awesome top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
The others won't be happy about this.
Yeah, well, that's not your concern.